Okay, right. 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 If you say that Sandra and Abdul each earn £300 between them per day. So Sandra earns £25 more than Abdul. The way we look at this particular question, £300 and Sandra earns £25 more. So first of all, we're going to split the £300 into two ways equally. So we're going to give Sandra and Abdul equal amounts first of all. So half of 300 will give you 150 and half of 300 will give you 150 over here. Now, in order for Sandra to get £25 more, okay, let's have a look at it in a, okay. So we need to reduce Abdul's amount by half of that amount, £12.50. The amount that we reduce Abdul's by, we'll have to give that to Sandra. So hers will go up by £12.50. Now, if you look over here now, what we can see is we went down by £12.50 and then we went up by £12.50. So that will give us a total displacement of how much extra? £50 extra for Sandra. That's the reason why we do, sorry, not £50, pardon me, £25 extra. Okay, £25 extra. So this one loses £12.50, she gains £12.50. So the net difference is £25 for Sandra. Okay, here we go. So Sandra's going to earn £12.50 more. So we have to do now 150 is the calculation, and we're going to add to that £12.50. And that will give us a total of, folks, £162.50. Okay, let's do the next bit. Okay, so we have Abdul. He started off with 150 first, his allocation, and then we minus from that £12.50 that we gave to Sandra. Okay, well done. Thank you, Harun. So Harun's given us an answer of £137.50, which is just worked out mentally. Excellent. £137.50. Okay. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. Right. Sandra spends a quarter of their combined daily earnings while Abdul spends 30% of it. How much did Sandra spend? Okay. Sandra spends a quarter of their combined daily earnings. What's their combined daily earnings?
£75.
What was their daily earnings in the beginning of the question? What did they earn together? £300. £300, yeah? So she spends, is that correct? The type was it quarter?
Yeah,
A quarter. So she spends a quarter of 300. So the way like a quarter of 300, we get 300 half it, then half it again. So 300 divided by 2 will give us 150 first of all, and then we half the 150, that will give us £75. So that answer should be £75, even though they've got 3 sections here. £75, yeah. Now, how much did Abdul spend? Because Abdul spent 30% of it. So we have to work out now 30% of what? Okay, hang on a second. You are ahead of the class as usual. So we got to work out 30% of what number? Hang on a second, quiet there. Iman, what's going to work out 30% of? Of the daily amount. What's the daily amount? Okay, 30% off? £300. Okay, excellent. Okay, Muniba, how do we work out 30% of 300? What is the technique? 30% of 300 will give us what? What do we do? First, we start with 10%. 10% of 300, what do we do? We divide it by 10. That gives us £30. Now, how do we get from 10 to 30%? We can now just double it. If you double the 30, we get 60. If we double the 10%, we get 20%. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's go back to blue. So 10% at 20% will give us 30%. Don't worry about me writing on top of that. I can get rid of that in a second. £30 at £60 gives us. So even though they're giving you 3 boxes here, you only need to use 2. Okay. Put your hand up if you got that particular question right. Excellent. 1 person. Well done. Okay, right. I'm going to need to rub off this bit here. The question goes, how much was left over? So, let's have a look. Okay, now, how much did Sandra spend? Sandra spent? £75. How much did Abdul spend? £90. So we got 75 at 90 first of all, that'll give us what?
160.
£165. So £165 was spent. How much do we have in the combined income? And then we minus the 165. Okay. £135 is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on. Let's clear the screen first of all. Okay. Okay, how much was left over? Next page is question number 2. Are we right, folks? If you see any little mistakes happening, please correct them straight away. Like you did with the £50 one, you must correct stuff straight away.
Oh.
Okay. Right, question number 2. Okay. I think we should go back to pen. Right. 5 identical small cubes and 1 large cube have a total mass of 5.4 kilograms. When 2 small cubes are removed, the total mass falls to 4.6 kilograms as illustrated below. What is the mass of 1 small cube? Diagrams are not drawn to scale. So let's have a look. So first of all, this is the same. That's the same, is that right?
Yeah.
We had 3 in the back, and we got now 3 over here. So, okay, so how many did they remove?
2.
So they removed, hang on a second, they removed 2 small weights. And how much has the weight gone down by? We started with 5.4, we went to 4.6.
So that's 0.8 kilograms.
Okay, let's just quickly work it out here. 5.4, and we minus 4.6, sorry. 4.6. Okay, let's just get the rubber and just make that a bit more neater. Okay, that's good. We don't want it to look ragged. Okay, so from 5.4 to 4.6, the correct answer was 0.8 kilograms, eh? So 2 weights is worth 0.8 kilograms. And the question is saying, what is one of them worth? So we divide it by 2.
0.4.
Okay, so the answer is 0.4. Excellent. Now the question says, what is the mass of 1 large cube? Now, hang on a second. So let's change color here now. Okay. So we know that the small ones are worth how much? 0.4.
Oh, yeah.
So we got 3 of them here, for example. So 3 times by 0.4 is equal to 1.2. Okay, now this 1.2 here, add the large one. Bear with me please, folks. 1.2 plus the large weight will give us a total mass of how much?
4.6.
4.6. Hang on one second. Harun, you're running ahead of everybody. Yeah? Okay, ladies at the back. Okay, Uzma, this is an equation I've set up now. 1.2 plus the large weight LW equals 4.6. Now, what is the technique that we're going to use in algebra to work out the large weight? Here's the large weight. So I'm looking at this part over here. So 1.2 plus LW equals 4.6. So how do we work out the LW from this equation? What do we do?
You need to minus the 1.2 from the 4.6 one, which will give you...
Excellent. Opposite adding 1.2 is? Minus 1.2. Okay, let's have Muniba. So the large weight is equal to 4.6 minus 1.2. Can we do it mentally? What do we get? We get?
4.
What do we get?
3.3.
No, Muniba. 3.4. 3.4. Okay, let's write 3.4 here, even though they're giving you extra spaces. The answer is only 3.4 kilograms. Here's the answer. Okay, that's lovely. That's done. Freehander, you got this particular question right. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay. Right. Question. We've done the small one and the large one. Is that right? Okay, we're on the next part over here. Okay, let's get back. Okay. Question. Which question are we on now? Question. This one here. Yeah?
Yes.
The volume of a large cube is 64 and the small cube is 27. What is the length of one edge of a large cube? Now, we know when you do volume of a cube, not cuboid, this is a cube, all the lengths are the same. So length, oops, funny length. Length times by width times by height. And I haven't asked a question yet. What is the length of one edge of a large cube? What's the volume of the large cube? 64. That 64 goes where? Goes here in the answer part. So let's quickly change over to another color. So we know the volume is equal to 64. You know that information is given to us. Okay, now the length times by the width times by height. Remember, the length and the width and the height are all the same in a cube. So in a sense, we can say it's the length cubed in a sense. The same length times by itself 3 times gives you 64. So what will that length be? First of all, who knows that length from the top of their head?
4 centimeters.
4. Because 4 times by 4 times by 4 is equal to 64. Or if we do it the pure mathematical way, what we do is opposite of cubing a number is to cube root the number. And the cube root of 64 is still it's the same answer that was given to me by Huzaifa. So the length for that one would be equal to 4. Okay, and that 4 goes here, even though you got 2 boxes. Okay, what is the area of one face of a small cube? Now we know that hang on a second, the small cube has a volume of 27. So the volume equals, we said again, is going to volume is equal to length cubed. So we have the volume cubed is 27. Okay, let's have one of the girls now, please. Okay, let's have Iman. Iman, I want to work out the length. Nobody else is Iman. And how do we work out the length? Tell me what you did.
You find the square root.
Cube. Cube root. Yeah.
27.
Which is? Excellent. So now we know the length is 3. That's not the answer. The length is 3 of the small side. Now, let's have Mr. Huzaifa. This is 3. This is 3. This is this one side of the cube. So the area of that shape will now be 9 centimeters squared. Excellent. And how did you get that?
So 3 times by 3.
Excellent. Because the area of a rectangle of a square is length times by width. 3 times by 3, which is going through all the working out. Lovely. Beautiful. Okay. Let's have question E now. What is the ratio of the area of one face of large cube to one face of the small cube? First of all, we haven't worked out the area of the large one yet. Let's work it out first. Let's change color. Okay. So let's do over here on the side. So the area of the large cube is equal to, can you see it on the board, folks, clearly? Can you see it? It's going to be equal to the length times by the width. Okay, what was the length of the large cube? The length of the large cube is 4. Is length times by width. So we have 4 times by 4. So we haven't worked out yet. So the area of a large one is equal to 16 centimeters squared. And what was the area of the small one? 9. So the area of one face of large, so the large area ratio, small area, let's put them in. What was the large area again, folks? 16. And what was the small one again, folks? 9. Okay, can we simplify that any further? Is there any factors we can take out of it? So the answer goes here will be, put your hand up, you got that one right. Where shall we go? Okay, excellent, lovely. Right. Okay, let's clear the page. Okay, I'll go on question number 3 now, folks. Yes, please, yeah. Okay, question number 3. Right. It says here, Hollahades Zoo. Okay, can we have Harun, can you read out the question to us, please? Read out all the information.
On the 29th of December, what time does Hollahades Zoo close? Answer in 24-hour format.
Okay, on the 29th of December. So which one of these is 29th of December in between? Is it in the first, second, or the third one? Okay, folks, are we all happy? Is the third one?
Yes.
So in this one here, this date, 29th of December, is in between there. Is that right? Okay, now. So in the 24-hour clock, what time? So we know it closes at 4:30 in normal time. Okay, let's do a bit of conversion here now. Okay, I don't want anybody just to shout at the answer. We got 4:30. All I need now from the students here is the technique. 4:30 p.m. I want to change that into 24-hour clock. Okay, let's have Harun. How do we change into 24-hour clock?
Basically, it's 4:30, so you're just going to add that onto 12 o'clock.
Why do we add on 12 o'clock? Because we've gone on to PM.
Yeah, PM.
So we're going to add 12 more hours onto it.
Yeah.
So that gives us an answer of
16:30.
16:30. Okay, 300, we got that one right. Okay, we got many more people got that one right. Okay, right down here, 16:30. And that one's done. Are we happy with that?
Yes.
Let's clear the page. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, we might need to flick backwards and forwards. Hopefully, let's get this goes. Right. On Friday, 19th July, Katie arrived at 11:30 a.m. and leaves half an hour before it closes. How long does she spend at the zoo? Okay. So we know she arrived at, what time did she arrive?
She arrived at 11:30.
Okay. And on Friday, 19th of July, so that's going to be the first time zone, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm not going to really flip between. And first time zone, what time does it normally close?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And what time did she left? Half an hour before it closes. So she left at 4:30. Is that right? So we got to go from 11:30 to
At half an hour.
hang on a second, 4:30. So that's 11:30 a.m. And she left at
Yeah.
p.m. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so from 11, yeah, go on.
On the diagram, it says every Friday in June at 0.
Every Friday in June and July, the zoo will close at the early time of 3 p.m. Okay, well spotted. So the 4:30 p.m. timing, we're going to have to change that back to a 3 o'clock, yeah?
No, so isn't it 2:30?
No, 3 p.m. is, we're going to minus 2, I'm just going to put the time on. So 3 o'clock is the time that it finishes, and we're going to now change that to the time that she leaves is 2:30. Okay, so we have to keep an eye on that extra piece of information there. 2:30 p.m. is the time that she leaves, because that note says every Friday in June it closes at 3 o'clock. Now we've got to go from 11:30 to 2:30. Okay, now from 11:30 to 12 o'clock there is going to be half an hour. From 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock there's going to be
2 hours.
2 hours. From 2 o'clock to 2:30 is going to be half an hour. So altogether what we're going to have for the answer?
3 hours.
And how many minutes?
0.
Okay, well spotted there. Because I was flicking back and forth to the page, you didn't see that note on the bottom, well done. Okay, the number of group admissions are recorded in a particular week. What is the mean number of group admissions in that particular week? First of all, put your hand up if you know what it means by the word mean. Everybody knows the word mean. Okay, let's have Muniba. What does the word mean indicate?
I don't know how much divided by
How many?
divided by 5.
Divided by how many they are. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to do my calculation here. Who got this question right? Question, what is it? Question 3C. The answer for 3C was, so you all know what it means, and how many got it right? 2 people got it right. Okay, so we're going to add them all up and then divide it by 5. Okay, I'm going to add them up down here. We've got space. So we've got 24. Okay, we got 19. Okay, can you folks make sure I copy the right numbers, please? Well spotted earlier by Iman. Yeah, otherwise it's... Oh, okay, are them all right numbers, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's now. Okay, where's it going? Okay, what's happened to my pen? My pen disappeared. Okay, so we have 4 add 9 is 13, add 4 is
17.
17, add the 3 in the bottom is 20, add the 5 is 25 as well. Okay, next we have 2 add 1 is
3.
add 1 is 4 add 2 is
6.
6 add 1 is
7.
7 add 2 is
9.
okay, so we have, what do we have so far? We have 95 is the total admissions, and we're going to divide it by 5. As the Muniba correctly identified 5 days, 5 values. So we have 95, we divide it by 5, and the answer to that should be
19.
19. Excellent. 19. Okay. Now live. Question 4. An equilateral triangle which... Now here's the key word here. The key word here is...
Equilateral.
Equilateral triangle. With each edge equal to 4 centimeters. It's tessellate. Tessellate means tiled. To give the shape below. Okay, put your hand if you got this first question right.
Got one of them right.
Okay, excellent. Right. What is the perimeter of the whole shape? So we know that this one length is equal to what? Is equal to 4. They're all equal to 4, isn't it?
Yes.
So let's just start from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 sides and each one is 4 centimeters long. This is my calculation, 12 times by 4, and that will give us an answer of 48. So 48 centimeters the length. That goes here. Next we've got to work out the size of angle X. Now I'm not going to move the page down, I'm going to do it here because it's easier. We can actually see the work. Okay, put your hand up, you got that one right? Angle X. Okay, right now. The key word is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all the lengths are the same. So you use a dash over here to indicate the length are the same. And all the angles are the same. What's the angle sum in a triangle? And then you got 3 equal angles, so you divide it by 3. So each angle, so I'm just going to write it here for the moment, in this part of the video. So each angle will be 60 degrees. Excellent. Right, let's move on to the next one. Next question. Okay.
Next question.
The next part of the question. Okay, right. Okay, so what is the size of angle X? So we've done that, was it? So I'm just copying it down here now, just copying it down. How many lines of symmetry does an equilateral triangle have? So if you have an equilateral triangle, so it has 3 equal lengths, so you'll have, the lines of symmetry will be 3 as well. Yeah? So just 3 here, just 1, 3. Next, if 3 of the individual triangles in the shape are to be shaded blue, what percentage of the tessellation would be shaded? If 3 of the individual triangles, let's have a quick look at my original diagram here. Okay. Right, how many triangles do we have? 12. So 3 out of? So it says that they're going to shade in 3 out of the whole shape. So 3 out of 12 right over here. Okay, right, let's have Mr. Okay, Mr. Harun, give me that as a fraction, please. That's a fraction.
Quarter.
3 over? Which is same as a quarter, yes, correct. Now you want to change that fraction into a, this is a percentage.
Yeah, 25%.
Okay, so 3 out of 12, you want to change this into a percentage, we times it by? 100.
100.
Okay. Can we cancel? Of course we can. Divide, okay, let's change color quickly. Okay, right. Right, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now, so we cancel these 2 by 3. This, now we've got to cancel this diagonal now. So 4 divided by 4 is 100 divided by 4 is. So I'm just working out for you manually. So that'll give you 25%. Or you should actually know that a quarter is a 25. You should know that fact. That makes it quicker rather than us having to do this manual calculation. This is the last resort. Yes? Happy with that? Good. So let's clear this page. Let's move on to the next page. Mass. Good. Dylan. Is it Dylan? Sounds Dylan, sorry. I thought Dylan then. Dylan, or give me Dyson. Dylan is playing with the fair spinner below. Keyword here, fair spinner. What is the probability of the spinner landing on a multiple of 3? Now, let's have a look. What does it mean by multiples of 3? Multiples of 3 means the 3 times table. That means 3, or a 6, or a 9. So where's the 3? How many 3 do you have? 1. That's a 9. That's a 6. How many values do you have altogether? 6. And how many of them are multiples of 3? 3. So it's going to be, we've got 3 out of 6, which can be cancelled and simplified down to a half. Okay, that's lovely. Next, what is the probability of the spinner landing on a prime number? Let's just quickly delete some of that stuff on there. We don't want this on here no more. Okay. What's the probability of the spinner landing on a prime number? Right, let's have one of the girls. Right, let's have Muniba, what does it mean, this word here? We got probability is a key word, and we got prime number. So prime numbers are what numbers? Prime numbers are numbers like the number 3 and the number. Well done. So the prime numbers are numbers like 2. 2 is not here. 1 is not a prime number, by the way. Yeah. 3 is a prime number. What else here is prime number? So how many prime numbers do we have here? 2.
Divided into
So that'll be 2 divided by 6, which can be simplified into 1/3 by dividing the top and bottom by 2. So 1/3 is the answer over here. Okay, question C. What is the probability of the spinner landing on a cube number? I'm not going to move the page now, I'm just going to do it here. So let's just get rid of, let's clear that first of all. Hang on a second. Right, let's just change color again. Okay, let's have a look. We need some more colors really. Right, cube numbers are numbers like 1 times by 1 times by 1 is 1. 1 is a cube number. So here, that's cube number. 2 times by 2 times by 2 is 8. That's there, that's a cube number. Are there any more cube numbers there?
No.
No. How many cube numbers do we have? 2 out of 6, which is similarly 1 out of 3. The same answer?
Yeah.
Yes. So B and C share the same answer. I'm just going to write it down here. If I can't squeeze it in here. A third again. That's for answer which one? C. So I'm not moving the page down for the moment, just writing it there. We will copy it down in a second, yes? Usman, be happy with that? Iman? Does that make sense? Okay, let's clear this page and move on to the next page.
Easy peasy, squeeze 11.
See when you can't give your results, what easy peasy it is. Okay, alright. So the cube number, so what was the cube number answer?
1/3. So he's got to write the color.
It's okay. Because if spun twice, what is the probability that sum of both spinners adds up to 10? If spun twice. Now, you've got to add up to 10. Let's have a look how we do this question. Okay, now, let me turn to the original question here. What is the, let's make a small, we need to make a small table. You have 1, 3, give me the numbers in order please, folks. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's one event. Okay, let's change color now. 1, 3, 6, 7. Oh, never mind. We just use extra space. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna make a small table now, folks. So just bear with me for the moment, please. Right. Okay. There. Okay, don't worry about the writing there for the moment, folks. Okay. Okay, now we need to do a line downwards. This is, what is this called? This is called a possibility space diagram. Possibility spaces. Look at all the different possibilities we can have. Okay. Right, now, let's get back to pen mode. Okay, actually this is a highlighter. Now, where can we make a, what is that? It wants to get an add to get 10. So 1 add 9 will give us here. 8 and what number will give us 10? Oh, that won't work. Okay, what about 3? 3 and?
7.
Will give you 10. 6 and what number?
None.
Can't do that. 7 and?
3.
That will give you 10. 8 and? No, that won't work. 9 and?
1.
Okay, now. So all these highlighted boxes will give you a total of 10, yes?
Yeah.
So how many highlighted boxes do we have?
4.
4.
4 out of 10.
Hang on a second. So we have 4 of them. Okay, out of how many?
10.
Why is it out of 10?
12.
Why is it 12? How many boxes do we have altogether?
6.
How many boxes do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times by 6 is?
36.
We have 36 different combinations of numbers we can get. 36 possibilities we can get as totals. Okay. Okay, right. Now 4 over 36 so far is correct. So we divide this one by 4, highest common factor. Divide that by 4. So that gives us an answer of 1/9. Okay, so we've got to count the number of boxes altogether. So we didn't have to fill the boxes, we just highlighted them and looked at them. Yeah? So we have 4 chances out of 36 chances. So 1/9. This is done. Are you happy with the box, folks?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to read this next question. I can see it here. What is the order rotational symmetry of a regular hexagon? Now, what does those two keywords mean? Okay, let's have Maniba. Regular means that all of the lengths are the same and all the angles are the same. And how many sides does the hexagon have?
6.
6 sides. So how many, what's the action for order rotational symmetry will it have? It will also have 6. The number of, okay? That's done. Yeah, we'll have a break inshallah. So stop this video.